We're live. I'm thinking we are indeed live. Let me check. You sure? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Hey guys, it's Squishy Mushroom, and welcome all to the Henry Stickmin Collection bio video stream thing. So yeah, we're gonna go through all the bios today. And that's about it. And if people chatting here, cool. I will read the chat as we get to it. Yeah, blah blah blah. Also playing some good old Mario RPG music. Of it. Oh. Come on. Come on. Probably get that off. I know there's one person in here. Show yourself. Speak. Wait, I should probably send the stream to my boys. Yeah. Send it to my Discord. By the way, you should join my Discord. Don't quite have the link in the description necessarily, but yeah, we're still doing good. The game's boot up. Hurry up, you darn game. Just boot up. Holy crap. Managed to do a bunch of other stuff in the process. There's the squeakiness we all love. Alright, okay. So yeah, while I was gone, I managed to go and get Go Bio. Last time we played this game. And with that, I'd say now we shall start looking at the bios. Starting off Henry's. Yeah. Short on cash, so it's not to be confused with Henry. This is bugging me. This is bugging me. Exclamation mark is not covering. No. Bad Hansen, fresh out of college, guarding a bank sounds awesome. Unfortunately, this job happens to be in the middle of nowhere. Colin. Philly's been working as a guard at this bank vault for 5 years now. He loves the badass look of the uniform. Ed McAdams, the driver of the bank truck. He and Winston have been partners for many years. Ed has always been the driver. Winston Winston Davis, that looks like Nathan. He always rides shotgun in the bank truck. Prefers looking at the scenery rather than focusing on the road. All these bios and breaking the bank are so easy, mostly because the game is just so short. Alright. Reed Stickmin in escaping the prison, arrested for the attempted burglary of the bank. Now sits in Red Mesa Penitentiary. Oh, frick. By the way, the name of the prison, yeah, that's gonna be very inconsistent. Like, I think like with the bios it's Red Mesa, and then like with like the actual game it's West Mesa. Anyways, Rupert Price, he's been on the force for nearly 8 years. He joined the police academy right out of high school. Dave Pampa, he's new to the force and eager to do a good job. Harold Ronson, he works as the prison's janitor, but he also enjoys doing their maintenance work. Blade Knifeman McGee, serving multiple life sentences for multiple counts of murder, gave himself the nickname Knife Man. Kev Wortley, he only became a cop because he knows cops eat donuts, and he loves donuts. You won't catch him doing much police work. Stump Blump, he was beat up as a lot as a child because of his name.
Hold up, there's like text. I don't think I can read it.
It's hard to read that. Alright, Ryan Goldman, Red Mesa, that word, Employee of the Month for the month. Carlos Bird works a desk job at the prison. Prefers it over going into the game. Straight Shooter legally changed his name to Straight Shooter. Spits hot fire and raps mad lyrics. Respect. Jen Burren, one of the administrators of the prison. She keeps it running and deep. John Farn, a rookie to the team. This is the first meeting he's ever attended. John Gritz just got back from breaking up a fight between 2 inmates. It didn't go so well. Probably. John Saskatchewan joined the police force for the action, but they've stuck him behind a desk. Oof. Big oof. John Bartley bailed out of firearms training 3 times. He's technically not allowed to use his weapon outside of his career. You. Captain Jeffrey Custard. 30 years ago, a janitor threw out his lunch. Grudge against janitors ever since. On this Nugon, he's been quickly moving up the ranks. Just needs to pack that marksman exam. Captain Roland Canterbury, man in charge of all officer training at Red Mesa, known to be very strict. Unknown Hendricks, always sleeping on the job. Nobody knows his first name. Pete Sound, notorious for taking food that isn't his from the employee fridge. For that include all of the children Preston shoved in his fridge. That like you, she often gets confused for someone else, which is strange because she doesn't even have red hair. That, yeah, her hair may be blonde, but in the original it was red hair. By the way, I never noticed. Gary Gray, constantly put on evidence duty, is least Boongus. Met a harsh fate many years ago. The fact that's about it. Felix Wyatt, the city's most prominent defense attorney. He works hard to ensure innocent people are not put away. Hubert Brown, one of the city judges. It's very difficult to tell him apart from other judges in the city. Vladimir von Braun, nemesis to Mr. White. Pretty cocky in his ability to put criminals away. This often becomes his downfall. Winston Davis. He's been deposed due to his involvement in the bank's breaking. Either way, he won't be going back to his old job anytime. Good riddance. Chuck Sanders works at Sandwich City. He enjoys his free sandwich for lunch every day. Juno Grumpert. He received jury duty 27 times this year. 27 times this year? What? I'm sorry, what? This can make even the most cheery man single. Gaines Lodge. Hailing from a foreign country, this is his first time in a big city. Steve Stevens grinds away at his office job daily. He dreams of opening a pizza shop. Too bad. You ain't becoming that. Bert Slim. He's been on the force for 6 years now. Yet there are still days that's life. Tom Hardley. He takes this job very seriously. Never seems to take those sunglasses off. It hardly ever happens. Captain Ed Roberts, chief of police here at Red Mesa. He runs a tight ship and expects the best from all his guys. Jimothy Pug, fairly new to the force, does not handle pressure well. Michael Benz joined the force at the same time as his best friend. He's the clean shaven. Sean. This is his first day back from a nice vacation. You ruined it! Okay, and then Matthew Flexer. He joined the force at the same time as his best friend. He has a goatee. Yeah, so these two just look the same, except this one's got a goatee. I think I was starting to realize, yeah, having the music of completing the mission play and then just upload the Mario RPG stuff. Let's not have that. Alright, where were we? Stealing the diamond. Henry Stickmin again. Life has been rough after breaking out of prison. Time to make some quick cash by stealing the Tunisian diamond. Mayor Fredrickson, the underdog winner of last year's election, is popular among the citizens with his love for the arts. Jeff Stickley, he enjoys his rooftop post. Gives him a chance to admire the stars. Considers himself an amateur astronomer. Ed McAdams, he quit working as an armored truck driver after a certain incident. I wonder what that is. Jacob Rose, the museum's newest hire. He's still in training, so he's not allowed to work unsupervised. White. Cliff Nux. Picked up smoking so he could take the breaks. Conrad Connors. Got the job as security guard because his friends hooked him up. Tend to work their shifts together. Billy Barners usually manages to work the same shift as his friend. Zach Nudd takes his job seriously. Some of his co-workers get annoyed with his constant use of the walkie-talkie. Himbert Schultz works for the museum on a foreign exchange program. Nobody knows exactly which country he's from. Billy Clyde, always looking for excuses to use his nightstick. He loves to show off his skills to his coworkers. Sam Turner, they love the guarding aspect of security guard work. Actually dealing with burglars. Actually dealing with burglars, not so much. Richard Wilkins, hard-working fellow who's always tries to do his best. He loves chocolate. My man. Oh dear. Still good. still good. We still good. The frick. Okay, we're still good. I'm looking at my phone and like I'm checking the stream on my phone and then like just jeez. We could access the freaking thing. Wish I could access the darn full screen thing. Come on. Yeah. It's lower quality, but I don't care. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? What happened? What'd I do? Why did that happen? Anyways, back to where we were. What happened there? What the heck happened there? Okay, back to bios. Where are we at? Chocolate. Where? Right. Todd Slimons. It's hard to work odd hours at a museum. Your sleep hours get all messed up. He's doing his best. Horrible. Rupert Price, there he is again. His workplace suffered a huge embarrassment. He's determined to work extra hard now. Johnny Panther, risen quickly through the ranks. It's no surprise his skills are well above average. Jake Sheen, the only helicopter pilot on the force who can fly to the city and back in 2 hours. Nice. Samuel Mundy, he's not a crazy assassin, but he doesn't work for the police department either. Looks like he was hired for it. James Lancelot frequently eats at those medieval restaurants. Claims his family used to be nobles way back when. Dave Pampa. He was fired from his previous job for negligence. Bounced back quickly though. Found a new job as a security guard. Bert Dieter. This guy hates going to work. Not to mention they paired him with some annoying newbie. Ugh! Joseph Joe. He may not look it, but he's a scrappy guy. Itching for a fight. He won't back down. Timothy Lewis goes by Tim. His work usually involves running a nightly patrol. Alexander Guard. Scared of heights and birds. Oh no. Tony Franz. He's secretly in the mafia. He got placed here so that he could launder money. Clyde Jenkins. Standard-level employee at the center of chaos containment. CCC protocol requires you to run action by superior officer. Corporal Bill Bullitt, person in charge at the Center for Chaos Containment, Central Branch. He's pretty lax and trusts his agents to do their jobs. Is that time for infiltrating? Henry Stickmin. By the government, he's been given the chance to clear his name by taking down the notorious Top Hat clan. Captain Galeforce, a man in charge of the undercover Top Hat raid. His idea, and now infiltrating the airship onward. With the bios, it shows what sort of team they're a part of, or whatever. Charles Cabin, my man, a veteran helicopter pilot for the government. He's one of the youngest and most experienced. Rupert Price. He moved up through the ranks quickly. He felt he could do more in the military than he was a policeman. Reginald Copperbottom, current leader of the Top Hat clan. He wears the hat of the previously dethroned leader. Right-hand man, Top Hat's chief's right hand. Nobody knows his true name. Jeffrey Plum. His abnormally large head makes it difficult for him to see. Sledge Mac Rush. He can swing a sledgehammer faster than most people swing a blade. And Spearman. A bit of a loose cannon. It might be Hans, but whatever. He's known for stabbing wildly with great range. Hatchman. Nicknamed as such because he watches the hatch, like a doorman. But for hatches. Slice. Took a blade to the face during an encounter. Now he prefers to stay behind the scenes. Winston Davis. Lost his truck driving job due to multiple investigations after a throwaway was found inside the pit. Oh boy. Magnus Eriksson. An eager new member looking to move up in the ranks. Lloyd Winters picked out the most stylish hat he could find when he joined. News of opening a warm farm one day. Gerbert Daniels, he's hooked on the hot new mobile game called Venus U. Little play on Among Us. That never got a sequel. But game. Time in this game. They were planning on making a sequel. Now it's just content being put into the first one. Douglas Merle. Not a big fan of being airborne. He's looking to transfer to a different division. Wilhelm Kriegas. He's pretty sharp when it comes to technology. The airship's doors are just notoriously finicky. Anselm Harold. He considers himself the face of the Top Hats. 18 CHA. He's good at talking his way out of a bad situation. If anybody knows about this, or we'd be in a lot of trouble. Oh, hello, Mr. Spider. Alcohol, a novice photographer. He took up one of the rooms on the airship to develop his photos before. Matthew Norbert. He joined the Top Hats because he couldn't really think of anything better to do. Benjamin Borsies. Playing single-player, linear, story-heavy games. Thomas Chester. He wears 2 monocules for twice the class. Old Min. He's actually not that old, but the gray hair caused everyone to give him the nickname. Herb Stokes, a master crane operator. He's invented 4 tricks you can only do with the crane. Cool Katie. Gave herself the title Cool Katie. Okay. Tuta on Tony. He switched from the Mafia to the Top Hat Clan. They had more flexible hours and more stylish gear. Man, Top Hats are lit. Cup of Joe. He volunteered for the tech support job so that he could mess around on the computer. I feel you, man. Parents Soul. How you pronounce that? Previous leader of the Top Hat Clan, he was overthrown because of his reckless nature and poor leadership. Sir Wilford Ford, I think. Okay, yeah, 4th of his name. One of the strongest leaders in the Top Hat in history. Billy G. He was quite the romantic despite multiple claims that he's not my lover. Oh no, he's gonna get canceled on Twitter. ERMK. A failed experiment in resurrecting a long dead leader. Didn't last long before he turned on everyone. Garish thinks he's secretly been considering leaving the Top Hat Clan. Why? Manuel Friend. He was so eager to finally fly on the airship. It was his dream ever since he joined the Top. Harry Butts. I'll never admit it, but he joined the Top Hat Clan to get back at everyone that made fun of his name growing up. Radha Ponda. Radagana Pound Ya. Catchphrase. Mr. Blank. On a crack for a doctorate, but ran into financial troubles. He joined the Top Hat clan in hopes of funding himself again. Mac Dancery follows orders. All of his money goes. Flower shop back home. Rex Hamley, a meathead. Unleash him. He's like a mad dog. Netro Kage. Learn the secret technique to running way faster. Plus, it makes it harder to get hit by bullets. Naruto reference. What the heck? That's a bio? Okay. Bob Haas. This is his first mission outside the training. He's really worried. He'll do a good job. Yeah, he's getting Thanos snapped. Joe Hunter. He was hoping to see some action in the Top Hat mission. King Henry failed then. Ryu joined the Top Hat clan in hopes of traveling the world to find the strongest fighters. And he was betrayed by his friend who left the academy and joined the Top Hat clan. He hopes to bring him back. Samuel Mundy. He was contracted out in case a large battle with the Top Hats broke out. Jacques Letouche. Devil tries to disguise himself as members of enemy ranks, though his top hat never disappears. Mr. Bimley wears his hat super low, which makes it a bit difficult to see it. Sammy Sorry. He refuses to ever apologize for anything or principle. Nate Box. He was called into action before he passed it to close quarters for combat training. Withdraw. One of the fastest shooters in the Top Hat clan. His accuracy is not so good. Guy. One awkward conversation about Goo on your first day, and that's all you're known for. Wilson Stone, the director of this branch. His employees agree he is one of the best CCC directors. Larry Gordon, for someone who works at a center for chaos containment, doesn't take the news of chaos very well. Abigail Stone, wife of Wilson Stone. His time away can be tough, but he'll weather many years to come. Jimmy Stone, son of Wilson and Abigail Stone. He loves spending time with his dad when he comes back from work. Mert Steele, creator of the mobile suit prototype, along with his brother. He sketched up the schematics and did the math. Kurt Steele, creator of the mobile suit prototype, along with his brother. He constructed and engineered the suit. Mordecai Booker. Cool suits, can I try? No. Dave Peppa. There he is. For one reason or another, he's been captured by the Top Hat clan, and now sits in their brig. Alright, fleeing the complex time. Here we go. Henry Stickmin, back in jail, huh? The icy cold cells of the wall would be hard to escape from. Ellie Rose, there she is. She's locked up in this place too, but why? Dmitri Johannes Petrov, the warden of the wall. Has been any sort of breakout in the 50 years. Gregory Oliat, the warden's second in command and main muscle. He gets brought in for difficult job. Charles doesn't mind helping. Charles Calvin. He doesn't mind helping out an old army, even he's currently on a mission. Reginald Copperbody. It seems he's been managing the Top Hats in Henry's absence. Have to go back to being second soon. If only that were true. Keystone. He guards the storage room with his friend. They love to talk about their favorite mobile card game. It's Uno. Uno. It's Uno! No problem. Isaac Binderson. He guards the storage room with his friend. He loves collecting random. Horace Johnson. One of the guards responsible for cell block patrol. It's not that eventful unless all the doors happen to open. I love that picture. He's just like, I'll die. Mike Mulligan. Kind of a slacker. He likes to find a secluded place, mess around on his phone. Abraham Jocelyn. A jolly lad with a good mood. He treats his friends to a life on their break. Yours Ward. Doesn't speak English too well, but he's found a crew at work that he loves to hang out with. Travis Summer. He enjoys his job at the wall because he gets to hang out and chill with his friends. That doesn't mean he slacks off. Olaf Nordgren usually makes his own lunch, but won't turn down a free meal. Nicole Dietrich, master of the Slav Squad. He runs a class on it twice a week in the rec. Matthias Guardsmith. Don't tell anyone, but his mom bought him those earmuffs, and he's a bit embarrassed about it. Gary Man. Question mark, 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 question mark. Oh boy, this guy here is also an achievement in the game. He's kinda tough. Captain Laszlo. Lugo Bitch. Captain of the Naval Division of the Wall. He's in charge of one ship, the only one the Wall has. Noash Krakis, a recruit in the Wall's naval forces, runs sea-based retrieval operation. Thormund Willicott. He finds his work post fairly dull and uneventful. He relishes challenge. That page 2. Dr. Degman. Frederick Steeline. One in a group of members that doesn't speak any English. He supposedly speaks German. Arnold Kuper. Got the job at the Wall through his German friend. English isn't the best, but he's fluent in German. Will Speck. The type of guy that won't stop trash talking the other team and watching the sport game, even if they can't hear. Lois Stewart. He likes his job at the Wall. Hates being teaching out in the cold. Koka Kolinsky. He used to fight professionally. After losing to a first-time fighter, he hung it up until he worked the Wall. Andriy Warzow. People have said he used to lead armies. He really knows his way around a tank, so maybe there's some truth. Karlov Chernik, master swordsman hired by the Wall to train the employees. Skill with a blade is something to behold. Carl Pinkerton. He may not look it, but he's traveled the world. His head looking like an orange. Newt Stonehill. The Stonehill family is known for their strangely dense France preferred. Honestly, he's pretty clueless most of the time. He's just meant to look menacing and ruthless. Bigot. I always feel like I missed one. Daniel Dorsch. He lived in the area all his life and really knows how to handle both environments. Lemony Cruz. They called him DK for a while, short for doesn't know how to drive. He's since gotten his license. Timothy Johnston. They've never had to take the cars out before, so he's really just waiting. Lee Bumbler. Dreams of starting his own gaming company. He's already got a name picked out named after himself. Willie Wagner. A fairly recent employee of the Wall, still getting Nadia Marakova. She's here as part of an internship. Her real dream is to open up her own complex. Wallace Pemberton. He spent 3 years undercover at the wall, waiting for the right time to bust out all the captured titles. Jim Pinkson. He loves jelly and jelly sandwiches. So many possible combinations. Hello Widow. He's known how to bend since childhood. Kept it a secret from all the people. Brian Halbert, one of the youngest employees at the law. This guy is one of the higher ups, so he gets Josh. Just joshing you. He's heard that joke about 7 million times. Gordon Smith. Having a newborn at home caused him to lose a lot of sleep. He's been falling asleep at work a lot lately. Joey Walnut. He tends to order enough food for 3 people and eat it all on his own. There. Solomon. He forgets to bring his uniform into work at least a week. The day we were at the wall is certainly that day. Steven Vilo. His favorite post is on the fire escape. You can watch the snow fall into the ocean below. Kendra Johansson gets a lot of slack for wearing sunglasses at night. That's just his style, baby. Alex Kempter, who's been trying to get a SAM turret installed in the conference for years, can't get through the burn sleeve. Arnold Schwartz, always the loudest one in the room. His voice is booming for his size. Wilhelm Kriegis. He may struggle with technology, but when it comes to action in combat, he excels. Sure Shot Sherman, one of the top riflemen in the Top Hat clan, leading the mission to rescue Henry. Thomas Chestershire. He enjoyed Henry's brief leadership. People could tell he was bummed out when Henry went missing. Mr. Cool. He rarely speaks. His charisma speaks for him. Wild Willie. He thinks he's a prospector from the 1800s. Seems he went a bit of a rampage, granting him to stay at the wall. Gastro. Practitioner of the dark arts of Romancy. He's a toilet wizard. Funkhauser. He's part of a notorious Stern biker gang. The only member to have been caught so far. Oh, Uba. Found frozen deep in the snow on Svalbard. After thawing out, he regained consciousness and became hot. Angry Mike, a wardener traveling in desert. He became notorious in the area and had to be protected. Jack Stick Guy, a crazy loud Irishman, not quite sure what he did to get locked up here. He probably deserves it. Gus Gardo, this guy is a 4-armed alien. Apparently he used to be a big-time racer. Ace Apex, the raddest dude at the wall. Just a total bro. Melvin Poolridge. Even though he's extremely nerdy, he loves hanging out with the boys. Trademark. Eric Golrick. Doesn't have much of a sense of humor, at least during work hours. Colby Phelps. Sees himself as something of a detective. He can easily become hostile if he suspects any foul play. Dan the Man. He wanted to go by Dan Teal, but it was taken. Little Mikey. He is honestly not supposed to be locked up at the wall. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and took the fall for someone else. Poor guy. Pierre Francois, the most notorious baguette burglar in France, who was finally captured when he tried to take down the biggest bakery. All a threat. Baboshka. While Baboshka is a female term, he wears the title with pride. He has a soft spot interior and looks out at the town patrolling. Carl the Clown. He ran a huge circus scam 10 years ago. He avoided the bust multiple times by dressing like a clown. Polis Petrovich. He won a sweepstake and got to name a plan after himself. Good old Polis from Among Us. Kyle Baxter. It's actually the wall of CCC Life. Their goal is to get priority during any possible chaos incidents. On CE Lemming, natural leader, mainly because it's the role he was assigned. Marky Moo. He said he'd try not to laugh. Then he laughed. That's grounds for capture. Nisha Sashavo used to be part of a crazy group of mercenaries. He was the only one to be captured, and he's honestly probably the most sane one now. Peter Waylands, he did one of those scare people to bring down the land value so he could buy it for cheap ruses. Spoiled by a group of kids and the dog. Doobie-doobie-doo. Ray Rudolph, has come down with a case of leprosy. He's been put in quarantine with the others. You. Oh boy, you. We are going to get you just a bit. Oh boy. First, let's do this. Henry Stickmin. What could happen next? That is true. What could happen next? Reginald Copperbottom. Being the leader of the Top Hat Clan is something he takes a lot of pride in. Right-Hand Man Reborn. Visited by Henry left him in bad shape. Cybernetic surgery brought him back stronger than ever before. Ellie Rose, after escaping from the wall, things have really opened up. What is in store for her? Liam Rogers, an elite helicopter pilot. He usually calls dibs on the bigger helicopters. Ants Kite. Heard it all. Don't try to talk your way out of an arrest with this guy. Jack Dugan. Sniper from New Zealand. He was specifically recruited by the Top Hat Clan in an Avengers-esque end credits scene. Frankie Pizza. He dreamed of playing for the Boston Celtics, but his basketball skills were never good enough. Norm Hexter. Tech specialist in the government ranks. He's designed this EMP system. Howard Lipton. If he doesn't have his morning tea, then he is completely useless in the field. I'm probably going to say that a lot, but it really is going to take that long. Victoria Grit, one of the strongest captains in the Top Hat race. He has several successful missions. Never heard about. Harold Gruff. His voice is about 2 octaves below average. Billy Brown. For 7 years, he's never washed behind his ears. Ew. Oregon Lamp. He's very high strung. Being a soldier might not be a good career path for him. Andy Lawrence. He's found the perfect combination of laundry detergent. His scent is the most amazing thing. Major Herschel Panzer. It's the first time his combat suit is in the field. He has a son working hard in the police force. Lucas Brewhandle, the youngest of 5 siblings, he takes to a new hobby every week. June, July. Born in August. Timu Samui. Grew up in Finland, so he doesn't require sunlight to function properly. Ollie Android. He's addicted to baking shows. He always tries to bake along but fails after 10 minutes. We got a lot together. I'm just curious how body is doing. Geriatrics, he's getting up there in age, but he's still as spry as any youngin in the squad. Meryl Goldenfold. He's always wanted to grow a cool beard. Work White comes in all the way. Anthony Lee. When he was 3, he ate a bumblebee. Frederick Moonster. His hat is literally made of cheese. Nobody will bunk with him. All part of the genius. Mush Sammy. His first day in the Top Hat clan, he fell on his hat and he got smushed. His name just kind of stuck. Pablo Sleuth, an ace detective in Top Hat ranks. It's no problem he can't eventually solve, and he's always on. Captain H.J. Canterbury. He's one of the men in charge of information gathering. He has a brother who works in the police force. Thomas Chips. His father Alan is the co-founder of Electronics Entertainment Expo. Gilbert Filbert. He's part of the checkpoint inspection team. He really wanted to just sit on the train. Jim Polk. He's the type of person that always passes out on a trip. Darius Johnson. He is a gemstone appraiser within the Top Hat clan. He evaluates how much their stolen gems are worth. Mr. Job. He was going to start his own computer business, but was beat to punch by someone. Stone. Hold the phone. Is that Jones Stone? The one that owned all the loans. Al the Pal. His high charisma made him a valuable member of the clan. Nobody has ever reported having issues with him. Stanley Grass. He has 2 blades of grass growing out of the top of his head. He's very sensitive about it. Wallace Dagwood. He looks like he's doing a poker's face. He used to be on the front lines, but took a bad hit. He's running more of a support role since. Ice Pick. Since he's stationed in a snowy environment, he wanted a cool nickname. Now he's stuck with it. Steen Lundgren. A regular at this establishment, comes in every day to read the newspaper and have a cup of coffee. Helmut Vikioth. Fresh out of a bar of fire. He's been laying there for a solid 3 hours. Harry Sherman. He likes collecting the bottles from all the papers. Works a long shift every day, so he's usually pretty poor. Page 3 of 12. God, why is this game so good? Mysterious vagabond. Drifter who's come into town lately. Seems like he's not just passing through. Oh, yank. Kanye West. He was in the music production business, but one plagiarism accusation later, he gave up and joined the pop band. Right-hand man, but without the whole robot stuff. Still serves as Reginald's number 2. His extreme loyalty is what a Top Hat member should strive for. Sal Malone. He used to be in the Mafia, but wanted to branch out because he felt there were already too many Italians. Whoa! Racist. Mr. Lincoln. He's not related to the president. He just looks a lot like Whitehead. He wanted to be named after a snake, but most people just think of Peoples when they hear his name. Abby Price. Purple is his favorite drink. Girl reference to the girl you. Henry Stickmin. He kept getting harassed for being a criminal. Eventually, he became fed up and joined the Top Hats to make it true. E. Hampton. Head congregate at the Stickmin Space Resort. He was one of the first Top Hats to convert and help with the transition of the others. Carlos Candela. He's bad at pool, like really bad at pool. I mean, look at that technique, just sad. Elizabeth Green. She's here on her honeymoon, one of Stickmin Space Resort's most common bookings. Lars Green. He's here with his wife for their honeymoon. Both of them have always wanted to go to space. Snowcap. Picked a far off station so that he wouldn't need to do much work. Planet Warranty. He fed up driving trucks for a living, so he turned to smuggling. Now he's one of the Top Hat's best drivers. Mr. Macbeth. He's often been compared to an ape, which she takes as a compliment. He hates it when people don't. Last Connors. His ego is one of the biggest in the entire Top Hat clan. Matilda Ivy. She has probably the coolest hair out of any Top Hat member, and she knows it. M.F. Jones. If you mess with him, he will mess you up. His full name is Milhouse Fillmore Jones. Bartolomeo, an opera singer who refused payment after a show. The Top Hat clan offered him the revenge he was seeking. Larry the Guy. Why are you asking about cables? He doesn't know anything about that. Page 4, boys! This is pain. Grunt, he showed up to the Top Hat clan dressed like this. They're not gonna turn down a great fighter, though. Mischievous Martin, part of the clan division in the Top Hat clan. He used to run legendary pranks. Mr. Teal. Thinks his hat is teal, but it's more of a cyan, really. Don McGill. His RPG character owns a magical chop. But what's the deal? General Guilford. The results of the airship raid seems to have led to a large promotion. Now a specialist in dealing with the Top Hats. There he is, Charles Calvin. He is experienced with multiple different types of flying vehicles. Gets brought in for special missions. He's a special boy. Smoke Tayson. A chain smoker if I ever saw one. Smokes a pack an hour, but it gives him some kind of power. Martio. Every time he jumps, he makes a super loud noise, like a tennis player. Luigi. Even though he's taller, he's always been in his brother's shadow. He really doesn't mind though. The Witch. Top Hat's clan's main herbalist. She totally embraced her nickname, so she would be rather odd. Sheriff. Just one of the many political figures the Top Hat clan has in their pocket. The Ruffian. He's usually out on the front lines for the Top Hat clan. The hat has taken lots of damage over the years. Tintin. He can only say one word. The details are unclear, but I think time travel involved. Gone Hunter. He loves rock, paper, scissors, but always throws rock. Losing never crushes his spirits. Ken Jampon. He's got a hole in his face and is a master of rock, paper, scissors. People feel weaker losing. Carol Cross, one of the higher ups in the clan. Extremely strict and by the books. You don't want to cross her. Stupendos. A series of events has caused him to owe money to Carol Cross. Very bad for him. Bucket hat. 5 eyes. He wears glasses, so he should be called 4 eyes. Where's the 5th eye? Reminds me of like that one Smash Bros. Melee trophy of Daisy. He has a 3rd eye. Talon Circus. Recruited out of the circus, he's an acrobatic wizard and really difficult to deal with. Page 5. Here we go. Crusher. He can crush an apple in his bare hand. That's about it. The Magician. He can pull your spleen right out of his hat. He used to be a professional wrestler, but that ended very poorly. Mr. Fatlip. He's got a pretty bad lisp. He's not actually a big fan of his nickname, but it's really hard to change these things. Scar. He dibs the name after the previous Scar was defeated. Eduardo Giancarlo. Master pickpocket. He actually sought out the Top Hat clan and enjoyed them. Usually it's the other way around. Jeremy Steinfeld. He lives in an apartment in New York and wonders what the deal with everything is. Jeff Constant. He's very neurotic and constantly causing problems for himself. Topbot. The top-of-the-line robot built for missions that go hot. Hannibal Burns. You can never tell if he's paying attention because he always looks so relaxed. Smokestack. People think the nickname is because of the hat, but actually, he's a pyromaniac. Dusty. He had one of the longest runs as leader of the Top Hats. He moved so slowly people often thought he was dead. Cloudface. He lost his position as leader because people couldn't understand his commands. His beard. And shave it, boy. Randy Ratman. Ran the Top Hat clan through the party era. Things were a blast until they were bankrupt. Reynaldo the Brute, one of the fiercest leaders the Top Hat clan has ever had. Unfortunately, he was lost in combat. Sir Wilford 4. He defeated the previous leader to claim the title. He despises incumbents. Baron Soothe, one of the worst leaders the Top Hat clan has ever had. He would launch raids that made no sense just for the thrill. Mr. Skyscraper, he's got a tall hat, so of course he needs a tall nickname. Earrings. The earrings function for battle purposes besides looks. Blind people with bright flip. Red Crimson. He thinks his name is awesome, but it's pretty redundant, if you ask me. Docs Kennys. Bit of an eccentric leader. He always walked around with a gold bijou in his hand. Page 6. Sven Svensson. He took over leadership when the previous leader and right-hand man went. Just Bricks. Hit the bricks, pal. You're done. Said that joke about 80 times during the arrest. Sir Hattie. He's always crying. People think it's from the loss of his old friends. Rum. He got some crappy secondhand top hat when he joined. He's really been rethinking his membership lately. Brian Reynolds. He could have been a model, but wanted to do something more important with his life. John Frog Pilkson. Master when it comes to stealth and infiltration. Blech. Gordon Eel Banks. Tech wizard. If it's electronic, he can work his magic. Amelia Turtle Esteban. A demolist expert. She loves blowing stuff up and hates when things take too long. Mr. Goldblum. He used to be a CEO before he was found embezzling funds to the Top Hat clan. How is sir? He was an orphan taken in by the Top Hat clan. They gave him a name in hopes he'd live up to it. He hasn't. Pink Man. He's not affiliated with any chemistry teachers or Cardinals. He just has it intact. Amber Downs. This is his first tour and he knew it would be a doozy. And that face. Cooper Price. There he is. Been going on more and more intense missions ever since his release. Wart Sampson. Thought he had a unique name, but he's met at least 5 other Warts. Mr. Thick. One of the Top Hat's best chefs. Makes the fattest burgers and juiciest steaks. Peanut. It's ironic because he has a peanut allergy. Leprechaun. Totally embraces his appearance. He even adopted a terrible fake Irish accent. Allie Jean. Him be like wicked mental big up yourself. Antonius Sparta. He can kick through a solid steel beam with ease. Right-hand man Blue. He's been rewired to protect Henry at all costs. Top Hat loyalty is so deep. Can it really be completely removed? Page 7. Here we go. Stephen Willett. He doesn't do combat at all. He's often needed to run his support. Wayne the Stone Jensen. Headstrong. He's been wanting to take leadership for a while. He just hasn't found the right opportunity. Rockcool Steve Dallas. He's been waiting for a leadership position to open up. He's not going to let it slip out from under his now. Bill Tally. He's always wanted to go on a stealth mission. He tries to be stealthy in every mission he goes on to make up for it. Alice Hamilton. Evening reporter at BCC. A fairly new reporter, but she's been doing a great job. Bert Curtis, head of communications in the top at plant. He's licensed between the leaders and the rest of the Recon team. The Marble Man, he's not strong like Marble. He just likes marbles. That's it. Wilhelm Krieges. He's been a Top Hat member for over 40 years. His English has improved throughout the years. Still has an accent. Bloodhound, a master at hunting down people and objects. He is the guy responsible for filling up the brig honeys. King Flargenstow. That wobble technique is something to behold. Sarah Connor first. He is a firm believer that Al will one day try to take over the world. Waxwell Gex. Parents named him after a lizard, or a gecko. Kendall Toad. His favorite ice cream is Rocky Road. Elmer Pazzano. He moved out to the middle of nowhere to start his fret. I don't think it's going so well. Might click on the thing. Marcus Balbert. Talk like this, he does. Not sure why I am. Was he Yoda? Gremlin. She's extremely scrappy and feisty. Rumored she grew up on her own in the woods. Mr. Villain. Speaks and behaves like a 1920s movie villain. I don't know if that started before or after he joined the Top Hats. Hazmat. He really wants a hazmat suit. He preemptively claimed this name, but who knows how long it will take. The suit. Arnold Schwartz, an elite Top Hat member. His voice is perfect for leading men into battle. Jen Fredrickson. He used to be mayor, but fled when plans to smuggle a large diamond out of a museum were uncovered. Here we go, payday. We're gonna die. Albert Poshley, one of the wealthiest Top Hat members. He tends to fund most of the expensive operations for profit. Jack Hugman, an up-and-coming member in the Top Hat clan. He has yet to make a name for himself. Paul Ascot. His entire career has just been delivering bad news. Yeah, he comes like at the end of Valiant Hero. Rest in peace, Charles. Holy cap, the hole in his hat was caused by the laser. The Bookie. Man in charge of cooking the books in the Top Hat clan. He's a big stickler for rules and keeping things in order. Chuck Wellington. His great-grandfather is the inventor of beef. Fred Finestone. He always runs around barefoot and shouts a super loud catchphrase. People tend to avoid it. Dr. Vincent Pinsilstein. Solo practitioner that specializes in cybernetic surgery. She travels the world in her boat, which doubles as her work state. Ah yeah, reference. Short-range spirit. If you are punched by him, you are sent into an alternate timeline. He can also swap places with Henry. Mac Dandy. His forgery skills are top of the line. His forged paintings are a big source of income for the Top Hat clan. Almost said clan. Ham bag. He was down on his luck selling ham out of a bag when he was found by the Top Hats. Blueberry. He only eats blueberries. Nobody has ever seen him eat anything else. Thomas Chestershire preferred it when Henry was leader of the Top Hat. Batgirl. She kinda just appeared and joined the ranks. People have said they saw her in a spaceship or something. Handsome Harold, he's in charge of keeping the Top Hat's collection of information organized. Jeffrey Plum, he's always been an ideas guy. His head is just big, though. It's not because of an extra large brain. Miss Demeanor, she's very proud of her name, but she was too lazy to check it if it's been used before. Barbershop Bill, even though he wears a barbershop hat, he sucks at cutting hair. He's even worse at singing a cappella. Alfonso Cruz. Pronouncing the sh sound is very important. He gets offended if you pronounce it as Alfonso. Alfonso. Floyd Winters. Unfortunately, his friend Harry doesn't show up in this game. Page 9. Page 9. God. Dave Pampa. He spent a long time in a Top Hat cell. Life will probably never be the same. Nadio Gretchev, one of the 3 people at the wall that actually knows how to operate a tank. Meet 3 Johannes Petrov. He lost quite a few teeth in the escape incident, so he now speaks with a lisp. 10 pence. When he joined the Top Hat clan, he only had 10p to his name. His name to remember his orange juice. Weak Sauce. He's been on the verge of getting kicked out of the clan multiple times. And he's still here. Mr. Angry. This guy has an actual anger problem. It doesn't help him fight or anything. It mostly just distracts everyone. Dima Penske. Penske. Can't pronounce that. This is his first time ever being out of the country. He didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy. Dolan Trakov. He has a personal vendetta against Top Hat, so he made sure to come on this one. Todd Tater. He used to be a Spudson, but he married into the Tater family. Bill Cook. Before he joined the military, he lived in a house with way too many people. Conrad joined the military with his twin. He's always been on missions. They've always been on missions. Okay. Calvin Bukowski. He joined the military with his twin. They've always been on missions. Really the same one. Bob Pants. His father was a pants salesman, but he broke tradition and went into the military. Paul Penn. He claims he's related to Sean Penn, but has never been able to prove it. Ivan Petroteva. He forgot to switch out of his Ushka before coming into the jungle and sprinting up a bunch of stairs. Gregory Polyak. His arm is still freshly broken after being hit by a car during the escape incident. Stoneface. You will never get any emotion out of his face. Wimpy Tattlemuffin. His family has been in the Top Hat clan for generations and never really made a name for themselves, though. Fred Worst. He really is just the worst. Nacy Popo. She's been going on mountain climbing expeditions in the area. Nobody has attempted to map them out. Oh god, there's so many. There's so many. Nastasia Tadlin. She hangs out with her pal Travis at the tavern every week. Maybe one day she'll get the courage. Travis grew. Lost his eye in the explosives incident. He used to be a mercenary but gave up that life when in the update. Josh Taylor, he's really excited to be part of such a big mission. You could say he's a bit overconfident. Greg Camper, a relatively new recruit, he hasn't really learned all the ropes yet, including the one about loose slips. Quentin Albister, he had a couple green ones placed under his watch, and he's sick of babysitting them. Hank Stockman. He keeps calm in any situation, or at least it appears that way. Sweet shades. Hayden Brock. He gets bored easily and realizes that making bets makes things more interesting. Mad Lad. He starts his day with a nice can of Kerpalg energy drink. Andrew Cobbler, the engineer in charge of Big Boy. He got stuck on an issue with it and wasn't able to fix it in time for the raid. John Pangello, the main operator of Big Boy. He's been coming into terms with not being able to pilot Big Boy into the raid. Timothy Turner used to have 2 imaginary friends when he was younger. Brock Hollowitz. Just one more tour, then I can go home and be with my family. Elias Batshin. He mans one of the many CCC mobile units. There are hundreds of these scattered throughout the world. Anton. His suit allows him to turn invisible, and he is able to pinpoint locations for nuclear strike with rifle. Jose Gonzalez. He's been a gamer since 2008, but only plays free-to-play games. You can catch him wearing the default hat. Peter Maryville. He always wears a helmet. You never know when a bullet might come flying. Ogre Crit. He has pretty good stats for the cost. He's also pretty good, which can't be targeted at. Beans. Just be thinking about those beans. Curly Brown, one of the smartest Top Hat members. He has a PhD in cartoon logic and physics. Dr. Glass, he's not actually a doctor. Actually, nobody calls him a doctor. Can we get this title changed, please? We end these bios, please. It's fun. It's fun to read them all, but man, it takes a while. Steve, this guy is seedy even for a Top Hat member. Keep this on the DL, but I heard they are planning to cut ties with him. Very broad. When it comes to frantically clamoring for weapons, he can't be beat. BI 503. One of the many BIs, he always strives to improve his being bugs like this. Ellery, the fusion of Henry and Ellie. They have the fierceness of Ellie and the luck of Henry. Cabots. He towers over his other Top Hat members. He always engages in pre-fight banter. Papa Dot. Couldn't figure out how to fix his top hat, so now people just call him Papa Dot. Cool Joe. Managed to make it back after being locked up at the wall for several years. Good thing there was a breakout. Orange Hat Kid. He's thought of a dance that also works as great. Toby Mac. This guy is too cool for school. The ladies just can't stay away. Costa Primavera formed a crew here in the Top Hat clan. They all got their start in Italy. Piero Molagato winning. Part of a small Italian crew, they all joined the Top Hat clan at the same time. Parmeza Lozenge. Him and his crew joined the Top Hat clan at the behest of their boss. Blank. Used to be a hero, but then he took an arrow to the chest. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Oh, Wonk. He lost the game. Rat Man. He claims the batteries in his back pocket give him great dancing abilities. Conky Don. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. Mr. Unstoppable. He's been extremely lucky since he joined the Top Hats. Relax. Jonathan Bravo. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he sounds exactly like Elvis Presley. Cowboy. Couldn't come up with a very interesting nickname. He just got fixated on the word cowboy, so he settled. Kiggy. Top Hat is or Siggy. His top hat is actually a giant cigarette. He's gotta make sure it stays away from fire. And we got 2 more left, and we're done. Tommy Partridge. He will help Top Hat raid plans by creating animats that break down all the details of the plan. Aid success. And last but not least, Sleepy Dog. Hang around with him too long, and you start acting funny. Ugh, that was so long. That was insanely long. Holy crap. That was long. But with that shall do it for all the bios and also the Henry Stickmin collection as a whole. I'm not gonna show how you get the bios, mostly because I can't really do that without like deleting my data, and I don't want to do that because I worked hard to get this stuff. But yeah, with that, this is Squishy Mushroom signing